So I'm going to start off by closing my eyes. It's just an invitation. You don't need to. I'm breathing. Closing my eyes feels like a treat because it's just kind of like decreasing the amount of inputs. I always like to kind of start off with an internal check. What does the inside of my body feel like? Does it feel like a choppy ocean? The waves just kind of splashing all over the place. Does it feel like kind of just a slow flowing brook where you're feeling the energy, but it's not too choppy of an ocean? Is it maybe a crackling fire? Maybe some coals that are just simmering there? I'll tell you what mine is on Monday mornings. Whew, man. At this point in my morning, a couple hours in, right on the brink of getting into my workday, it's choppy. It's really choppy. Not in a bad way, just in a, oh, I have so much I want to do today, but I kind of haven't looked at my to-do list since Friday. I'm not even sure what's going on today. Do I have a lot of time, a little time? I don't even remember what meetings. I just had my Monday morning and knew I was hanging out with you guys. So it's kind of this feeling of anticipating the week, the day. It's not negative. It's positive, but positive in kind of a little bit of an uncontrollable way. Like, the energy's there and it's building up. And just because it's not negative doesn't mean it's not worth simmering down a little bit. Because usually when we are kind of a little antsy, it can feel physical, but it's also usually our brain, right? It doesn't feel like it's out of control in a bad way. We're not harping on negative thoughts, but the brain is saying, it's the one saying, what am I going to do today? What's on the to-do list? You haven't looked at it. Is it going to be like, don't just all of a sudden go out to lunch and burn 3 hours of your day, Leah. You're taking Thursday and Friday off maybe. So like, got to get it right, right? That's not actually me. That is literally in my brain. That is my neurotransmitters bouncing all around, trying to take care of me. My brain's a tool, it's trying to do a good job. But that is not actually me. That's not actually my real concerns, right? My real concerns are living a beautiful life. And so what I am is I am the observer of that. I have the ability to see that my brain is doing this. And so I am not those thoughts. So we want to realize that even though we're kind of excited, even though we are anticipating lots of things on our plate, or maybe you have nothing on your plate, but you have lots of, I should do this and I should do that, right? Same thing. If we enter into our day all jumbled up like that, if we enter into the day with even a positive, juggling energy, then there's not enough quiet space for the universe, or I should say for us to hear the universe's impulses of what truly best things are to do in terms of things that will really reach our goals. I'm going to tell you a little story from last week so you can just focus on breathing deep. This is an example of how you might shift what your intentions are based on getting in a calmer, eager state. I had been wanting to record a series of videos to do a business series for YouTube, and I wanted to do it to launch this week. And I had been wanting to do it for a few weeks, and I didn't have time. I didn't have time. I didn't have time. And so last Tuesday, I decided, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I don't really need to. Nobody's expecting it. And it's not really that critical. So I'm just going to not do it. So I had a plan for Wednesday morning. My plan for Wednesday morning was I was going to wake up and watch this thing I had wanted to watch and then do whatever work I was going to do. And so I wake up Wednesday and I kind of did some energy work. I got into a good feeling place. And then I realized I don't actually feel like watching that thing I wanted to watch. I actually want to sit down and bust out the business series. And so I spent about, I'm not sure, half an hour editing the document I was going to use. And then I just clicked on the computer, hit record using a little app called Loom. And I just sat down for a solid hour and recorded the whole thing straight. I think it will end up being like 5 or 6 videos. So what happened wasn't just like, oh, I woke up and didn't feel like doing it. What happened is I had this energy. I have to do these videos. I want to do these. And really, for a few weeks, as I was saying, I got to get to it. I'm really busy. I don't have time. I'm not sure how I'm going to get this done. The entire time, to the rest of the world, it seems like I'm trying to do it, right? The rest of the world would say, oh, I totally understand. You wanted to do it. It was really hard. You didn't feel like you could. You tried, but that makes sense. But energetically, what I was doing through the eyes of law of attraction is every time I went to think about it, what I was really saying is, I'm not doing it. This is tricky. I don't have time, right? So on an energetic basis, even though I'm saying the words, I really want to get this done. I need to do this. I've been putting it off for a while, right? Although my words sound like this is important and I want to do this, the basis, the energy was I'm not doing it. And so on Tuesday, when I decided to not do it, all of the resistance left. All of it left. In my mind, I thought I needed the whole day. In my mind, I thought I had to set up lighting and a camera, right? I thought it was going to be this big ordeal. And then I decided not to do it. All of the resistance left. And I woke up Wednesday morning just feeling like it. And it was so easy and it was so fun. And I just kind of chuckled to myself, right? Another example again. When we reduce resistance, we get to have anything. We have the energy, the motivation, that just inspired action. So checking in today, it's Monday. This is like the national day of shoulds and needs. It's Monday, right? Is anybody not thinking about what they need to do, which is like the energy of like, oh gosh, like it's too much, or should be doing this, and right? I don't even like pretending doing the talk around it. So there's multiple ways to reduce resistance, right? When we take this time to just do several deep breaths, that's releasing resistance. When we stop saying, I need to do this, and ask myself, what do I feel like doing? That reduces resistance. So let's take about a minute here where I'm not talking, where we can just focus on breathing a minute or two. So for the next 2 minutes, let's just breathe deep, breathe out slow. It's just an invitation. You can breathe normally if you want. You can do a few deep breaths. You can do some slow breaths. What feels like a treat? What feels like a treat to you? If your mind is wandering, you can let it wander, or you can just bring it back, check in with the inside of your body. I invite you to take this last minute with a slight smile on your face. And while you have this slight smile on your face, say something to yourself over and over like, you're doing it, you're doing it, good job, I'm a badass. I started my Monday in a really good way. This feels good, this feels good. It's nice to feel good. If you've never tried doing a breath where you kind of do a 5 second count in and then really slow 7 count out, it kind of feels like a nice warm bucket of water being dumped over you. So just try it with me. We're going to breathe in for 5 seconds and out for 7. Let's do one more of those. Today is going to be a good day. Today is already a good day. I'm going to do things I want to do. I'm going to be efficient. I am going to listen to myself. I am going to double check. What do I feel like doing today? You can double check. Is are these 3 things on my to-do list? Are they really that important? Are they really critical for today? Is my inner being saying that anything that is saying, is it possibly saying that something else is more important? And I would know that because now that I'm feeling good and juicy, if I simply don't feel like doing something, it's the universe's way of saying it's not going to be that helpful to your overall goal, at least not today. What do you feel like doing? What would be easy to do today? Because that is the universe saying this is what you should do. And that's okay if it's that you need to take the day off or you want to go out for lunch. It's okay if that's what you're saying. That's what I really want to do today. Because as you follow that impulse, you are now building the energy of I'm somebody who does what I really want to do. And now you get to enjoy that. You carry that energy. And if you feel like you're blowing off a couple things, rest assured, as you do this practice, you will feel like doing them. And when you end up feeling like doing them, it will be easier to do. It will surprise you how easy it was. You'll laugh that it only took you 20 minutes. Does something really have to get done today versus Wednesday or Thursday? And maybe sometimes you do feel like, no, this really has to happen today. Then how else can we make that cozy? When I did my first session of engagement, the story I was telling before the meditation started, I'd been putting it off for months and months and months. So that morning I said, okay, I'm going to the coffee shop. I'm gonna get something yummy to eat. I'm gonna get something hot to drink, and I'm gonna fold in some yummy things with this thing I have to do today, if you must. So we're giving ourselves permission to kind of approach the day and the week a little differently because we know that really that's the best thing is to start the week fueled with a momentum of good energy that will really get everything done in a fun and easy way. Let's take a few more breaths to end the meditation before we start wiggling out of it. So we'll do 3 deep breaths. Big smile for the last one. Wiggle around. Stretch. You can open your eyes if you're ready. You can click the off button and you can continue this on your own time. Milk it as long as you like. Thank you.